The first miracle of Jesus, the transformation of water into wine, is recorded in the Gospel of John, chapter 2, verses 1 to 11. On the third day, Jesus, his mother Mary, and his disciples were invited to a wedding feast in Cana of Galilee, where, as the celebration unfolded, the hosts faced the embarrassing predicament of running out of wine, an essential symbol of joy and hospitality in first-century Jewish culture. So Mary, noticing the shortage, approached Jesus and said, "They have no more wine." To which he replied, "Woman, why does this concern us? My hour has not yet come." Yet even as he spoke these words, Mary trusted in his power and instructed the servants, "Do whatever he tells you." Nearby stood 6 large stone water jars, each holding 20 to 30 gallons, which were used for Jewish ceremonial washings, and Jesus told the servants to fill them to the brim with water, then commanded them to draw some out and take it to the master of the banquet, who, without knowing its origin, tasted the liquid and was astonished to find it was the finest wine he had ever drunk. Calling the bridegroom aside to say, "Everyone serves the fine wine first, and then the cheap wine after the guests are drunk, but you have saved the best till now." This quiet, humble act was the first of Jesus' public signs, revealing his divine glory and nature, and in that, unaware that the best had been miraculously created by Jesus himself. This quiet, humble act was the first of Jesus' public signs in the Gospel of John, designed to reveal his divine glory and nature as the Son of God, and in that moment, his disciples, who had witnessed the miracle firsthand, came to believe in him more deeply, their faith strengthened by the tangible evidence of his power over the natural world. The miracle also carries profound symbolic meaning. The transformation of water from the ritual jars into wine represents the transition from the old covenant of law and external purification to the new covenant of grace and spiritual redemption brought by Jesus, where the wine of his love, mercy, and abundant blessing replaces the water of ritual observance. It foreshadows the Eucharist, where Jesus would transform bread and wine into his body and blood, and the ultimate wedding feast of the Lamb described in the book of Revelation, where believers, as the bride of Christ, will share in the eternal joy and abundance of God's kingdom.